I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also let's not forget about their live-action Star Wars TV series, as well as the new Star Wars trilogy of films to arrive in theaters by, of course, Disney and Lucasfilm in the near future that's really going to redefine Star Wars and evolve it further. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that, yes, we do know that they are now in a sticky situation because, well, what they're trying to do now is that they're trying to rebuild the franchise. Essentially, they're giving it a hard reset, if you will, of how they handle all of the Star Wars projects. This includes regular canon lore, whether it's books, novels, comics, video games, or the actual material, right, that everybody cares about. The TV shows and the movies. That's the two main parts of Star Wars right now, right? And when you look at it in that sense, we got George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau all working together as a team in order to really make sure that the Star Wars fandom can really stay united and enjoy everything that comes out one after the other throughout this entire decade and beyond. And for starters, we got The Mandalorian Season 2 and Season 3, we got Ahsoka Tano TV series, and more that's coming to Disney+, and that to me already sounds very promising. We got enough momentum at this point in time, I believe, to the point where we could say that, yes, Star Wars may very well see the light at the end of the tunnel by the end of this year into early 2021 on how things are going to be handled, and of course depending on, the fan feedback as well. Now, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing about all of this is that since the release of The Rise of Skywalker, many fans have been curious about the future of Star Wars and exactly how both Bob Iger and Bob Chaypek are going to handle the new TV shows, as well as the new trilogy of films to arrive in theaters in the near future. It's explained that many changes are being made to the Star Wars brand by Lucasfilm, with George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau now on board, working together to create a brighter future for the Star Wars brand. Now, it's explained that behind-the-scenes creator George Lucas has been very frustrated with Kathleen Kennedy's direction for the new Star Wars TV series that will be created by Leslie Headland. It's noted that Lucas wants to fire Kathleen Kennedy and has been trying to convince Bob Chapek and Iger to get rid of her sooner than later. However, there are complications in the contract of that. However, Kennedy is said to already have plans to leave Lucasfilm by the end of 2020 that will go into full effect in early 2021. Lucas is described to hold a grudge with Kathleen Kennedy and is the main reason as to why he did not show up at the premiere for The Rise of Skywalker. Let's not forget about this, that was a major moment that a lot of fans will never forget. The Rise of Skywalker premiere, it was live streamed, we were seeing, specific key moments and interviews, and everybody was wondering, where in the world is George Lucas? He did not arrive. And this all had to do with his problem with Kathleen Kennedy and how Lucasfilm and Disney handled the very end of the Skywalker saga that he started, by the way, back in '77. Now, it's noted that George Lucas was very upset with how The Rise of Skywalker was treated by Kathleen Kennedy and tossed around left and right with reshoots and changes in the editing of the film, such as deleting many of John Williams' themes that he worked very hard on that was eventually going to include a brand new Skywalker theme for the fans to enjoy that Kathleen Kennedy erased from the film in the beginning of the fall of 2019 last year. Let me just say that to me is very much unacceptable, to really toss a lot of themes that John Williams worked on, especially a brand new theme for one of the Skywalkers, be it Luke, Anakin, Leia, Ben Solo, whatever it may be, right? A new theme for the Skywalkers in general would have been amazing, and I would have loved to have actually heard that in the movie. Now, additionally, George Lucas wants Kathleen Kennedy fired because of how she created so many setbacks with the Kenobi TV series, first being a movie, then becoming a TV show, then considering it to be a movie again, and then finally a TV show. And that originally it was supposed to release sometime in 2021, and was going to begin filming next month of this year in July, before Kennedy ordered for changes to be made during pre-production. On top of this now, that Kathleen Kennedy has no creative power, Dave, John, and George are allowing Lucasfilm creatives to erase all of Kathleen Kennedy's ideas from the Cassian Andor and Kenobi TV series, which, by the way, is great news. Both of which will be released in the near future for the fans to enjoy around the world, where it's explained that this is George's way to satisfy the fans by giving them authentic stories that line up with his own vision of Star Wars in general, in order to keep up with how Star Wars should be handled from this point forward. The plan by Lucas is to allow and to also reunite the Star Wars fans around the world in order to ensure that Star Wars can live on to have a more optimistic fandom that is more positive than negative and purely enjoying the stories that will be told in the near future in films, TV shows, books, and more that will make up the new Star Wars universe that they plan to top the MCU. This to me sounds like obviously George really got shortchanged, and that's an understatement. It really is. You know, he really got ripped off when it came to Star Wars. There's no denying this. You know, they did it once with him with The Force Awakens. They kind of did it again with him with The Rise of Skywalker by including him in production and then kind of just completely betraying him, right? So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.